Hey guys, today me and Remy are going to read Horton Hatches the Egg, the Sneeches, and other stories, includes 3 stories in here, and the Lorax. First one, Horton Hatches the Egg. Horton Hatches the Egg. Signed Maisie, a lazy bird hatching an egg. I'm tired and I'm bored, and I have kicks in my leg from just sitting here day after day. Frick, how I hate it. I'd much rather play. I take a vacation, fly off for a rest. If I can find someone to stay on my nest. If I can find someone, I fly away free. What the hell then has wired? Hello, said the lazy bird, smiling her best. You've nothing to do, and I do need a rest. Would you sit on my egg in my nest? The elephant laughed. Why, of all silly things, I haven't feathers and I haven't wings. Me on your egg? Why, that doesn't make sense. Your egg is so small, ma'am, and I'm so immense. Tut tut, answered Maisie. I know you're not small, but I'm sure you can do it. No trouble at all. You're so not softly. You're gentle and kind. Come, be a good fellow. I know you won't mind. I can't, said the elephant. Please, begged the bird. It won't be gone long, sir. I'll give you my word. I'll hurry right back. Oh, it'll never be missed. Very well, said the elephant. Since you insist. You want a vacation? We'll fly off and take it. I'll stay on your egg and I'll try not to break it. I'll stay and be faithful. I mean what I say. Toodaloo, said Maisie as he fluttered away. The first thing to do, muttered Horton. Let's see. The first thing to do is to prop up this tree and make it much stronger. That has to be done before I get on it. I must weigh a ton. Then carefully, gently he crept up the trunk to the nest where it slept. Then the elephant smiled. Now that's it. And he sat, and he sat, and he sat, and he sat. He sat all that day, and he kept the egg warm. And he sat all that night through a terrible storm. It poured like lightning and it thundered, it rumbled. This isn't much fun, the poor elephant grumbled. I wish she'd come back, 'cause I'm cold and I'm wet. I hope that Maisie bird doesn't forget. But baby, this time was far beyond reach, enjoying the sunshine way off Palm Beach. Just having such fun, a wonderful rest. Decided she'd never go back to her nest. The Horton kept staying there day after day. Then came the winter, the snow and the sleet. The icicles hung from his trunk to his feet. The Horton kept sitting. He said with a sneeze, I'll stay on this egg and I won't let it freeze. I meant what I said. I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. So poor Horton sat there the whole winter through. And then came the springtime, with troubles anew. His friends gathered around and shouted with glee, Look, Horton the elephant's up in the tree. They taunted, they teased him, they yelled, how absurd. Old Horton the elephant thinks he's a bird. They laughed and laughed. We all ran away. And Horton was lonely. He wanted to play. But he sat on the egg and continued to say, I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. No matter what happens, this egg must be tended. But poor Horton's troubles were far, far from ended. For while Horton sat there, so faithful, so kind, 3 hunters came sneaking up softly behind. Much to Horton's surprise, they dropped their 3 guns and they stared with wide eyes. Look, they all shouted. Could this such a thing be? An elephant sitting on top of a tree? That's strange. It's amazing. How wonderful. New. Don't shoot him. We'll catch him. That's just what we'll do. Let's take him alive. Wow, that's terribly funny. We'll sell him back home to a circus for money. And the first thing he knew was pulled by a big wagon with ropes in front and pullers to drag on. They dug up his tree and put it inside. Was Horton so sad that he practically cried? We're off, the man shouted. And off they all went, with Horton unhappy 100%. Up out of the jungle, up into the sky, up over the mountains 10,000 feet high, then down, down the mountains, down to the sea. Went the cart with the elephant, egg, nest, and sheep. Then out of the wagon and onto a ship, out over the ocean, and ooh, what a trip. Whirling and tossing and splashed with the spray. And Horton the elephant, day after day, I meant what I said and I said what I meant. Oh, I am seasick 100%. After bobbing around for 2 weeks like a cork, they landed at last in the town of New York. All ashore, the men shouted, when Horton the elephant sat on his perch, tied onto a board that scarcely holds him. Bump, Horton landed. Then the men sold him. Sold it to a circus. Week after week, they showed him the people 10 cents a peek. They told him, they took him to Boston and Kalamazoo, Chicago, Wisconsin, and Washington too, to Dayton, Ohio, St. Paul, Minnesota, to Wichita, Texas, to Drake, North Dakota. Everywhere, thousands of folks flocked to see and laugh at the elephant up in the tree. Poor Horton grew sadder the farther he went, and he said as he sat, what noise he meant. And I meant what I said, and I said it by my mouth. An elephant's feet 100%. Then one day, Stricken so happened to reach a town from south, not so far from the beach, and dawdling along, way up high in the sky, who all the people should chance to fly by, that the old good-for-nothing bird, runaway Maisie, still on vacation and still just as lazy, and spying the flags and tents just below, he sang out, what fun, I'll go to the show. He spoke to the clouds, then opened the door. Good gracious, gasped Maisie, I've seen you before. Poor Horton stood up, the boy's face had shock. He started to speak, but before he could talk, there was ring out the noisiest, ear-splitting squeaks from the egg he sat for 50 more weeks, bumping, a wild eye scratching. My egg was hatching. But it's mine, screamed the bird. I sure the egg crashed. The work is all done. Now she wanted it back. It's my egg, she scolded. You stole it from me. So out of my nest and get out of my tree. Poor Horton sat back down with a sad, heavy heart. At that very instant, the egg burst apart, and out of the pieces from red and white shell. From the egg he sat on so well, Horton the elephant saw something weird. It had ears and a tail and a trunk just like his. And the people were shouting, what all this about? And he looked, and he stared with his eyes popping out. They cheered and they cheered and they cheered more and more. They never had seen this before. My goodness.